This tutorial focuses on submitting an addition to the current data that is already in the NPMS national layer by submitting geospatial and attribute data. Refer to other videos in this series for tutorials on submitting a full replacement of current data in the NPMS, making edits to data using the map viewer, notifications of no changes to the NPMS, or requests for removal of an OPID from the NPMS. If your intent is for all existing data in the NPMS national layer for your OPID to remain unchanged, but you also have additional lines to submit this year to supplement what's already in the national layer, you should follow the steps in this tutorial. To submit an addition to the current NPMS data, from the general homepage, choose the Make a Submission or Notification of No Changes or Removal of OPID button. Then choose the Upload Geospatial and Attribute Data tool. You will then be asked to select whether you are submitting a full replacement of current data in the NPMS or an addition to the current data. For this tutorial, we'll choose the second option. A separate tutorial will cover making a full replacement. Confirm that the additions you're submitting represent conditions in the field as of December 31st of the previous year. You will then be asked to choose whether your OPID operates gas transmission pipelines only, hazardous liquid lines only, or both. Regardless of which option you choose, you will be asked to confirm that the additions you are about to submit represent the only changes that need to be made to your submission. In other words, if changes need to be made to any of the lines you have previously submitted, you will need to opt for the full replacement submission option. Next, you will select the reasons behind the additions you are making. Valid reasons include additions due to a classification change causing the pipeline to fall under PHMSA jurisdiction, additions due to construction of new pipelines that went into service during the previous year, addition of pipelines that were previously left out in error, and addition of pipelines that you acquired from another operator. Ensure that the revision code values in your attributes match the choices you are selecting here. You can choose all the options that apply. If you choose the fourth option, addition due to acquiring pipelines from another operator, you will be asked to describe which lines you acquired from a different OPID and to provide information about the operator from which you acquired these lines so that we can ensure that they did not include the same lines in their submission for this year. As much information as you have is appreciated, including the OPID and/or operator name, as well as email and a phone number for a contact person for the operator. You will then have the opportunity to update your operator's primary, technical, and public contact information. Review this information to make sure it is correct and make any necessary changes. Now you will be asked to choose the format of your geospatial data. You will be asked follow-up questions depending on the format of the data you submit, such as whether attributes are included in the spatial data file or whether you are submitting a separate file with attributes. In the final step, you will be asked to upload your spatial data as well as attribute data if you indicated in the previous step that your attributes were separate from your spatial data. Once you have clicked Submit and confirmed that you wish to send your submission to NPMS staff, a message will appear confirming that the data files were transmitted via OSAVE. This sends your submission through an automated review where a tool examines your submission to make sure it is complete and contains no invalid values. Once this automated review is complete, an email will be sent to the primary and technical contacts, as well as the person who made the submission, with the results of the review and the operator's expected action. Refer to the OSAVE user guide for examples of the errors that may be communicated. If errors are found, you will need to correct them in your data before resubmitting them through repeating this workflow. Note that depending on the number of segments in your submission, as well as the number of submissions being received, there may be a delay between submitting your data and receiving this email. Once the automated review has been passed, an NPMS staff member will conduct further review and processing steps and request further clarifications or send an email receipt notifying contacts that the submission is progressing to the next phase of NPMS processing.